Hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com. My name is Shoaib. I'm the voice behind all the videos that you see on the PMCLounge.com website as well as the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/PMCLounge. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe to it. What are you waiting for? So, question for today, we take up a question from Cora that says, if I already have Rita Mulcahy 8th edition, should I buy the new 9th edition? Now, of course, you already know that Rita Mulcahy's 9th edition is out. I've already made a video on it. I'll share a link to it in the description below. So 8th edition was based on PMBOK 5. 9th edition is based on PMBOK 6. So PMBOK 6 is the latest edition. You already know that, unless you have been living under a rock. So, of course, since PMBOK's latest edition is 6th, you should have the Rita Mulcahy's latest edition, which is 9. But if you already have the 8th edition, do you have to buy the 9th edition? That's the question here. Now, again, why is this situation? Why has this situation arisen? Well, it's that time of the year again, right? Once every 4 years, PMI updates the PMBOK guide. Right? So the PMI, the Project Management Institute, they update the PMBOK guide every 4 years. So it has been updated in 2018 and PMBOK edition 6 is now out, right? So that is the whole reason why we are addressing this question, right? So if you have the 8th edition already, do you need the 9th edition? Well, there are 3 things that I'd like to talk about here. Number 1, PMBOK 8th edition is outdated. So it is missing some content, missing the new content which is based on PMBOK edition 6, right? So PMBOK edition 6, it introduced a set of new content that is out and out missing in Rita Mulcahy's 8th edition. So if you have the 8th edition, if you don't have the edition 9, you are out and out missing on certain content. That's for sure. Now, let's say if you know what content you're missing, right? Because we have made a video previously on what are the new things, what are the new changes that PMBOK edition 6 brings in. So if you already know what are those changes, right? Is that enough? If you know that, certain things in the process groups and knowledge area mapping, the PGKA mapping, certain things have changed. So since I already know what has changed, I don't really need Rita Mulcahy's new edition. Is that a correct strategy? That is not a correct strategy, to be frank, right? So knowing that there are certain changes is not enough. That's one thing. And the other thing is you should also know, and we have done a video on this, so you might already know that there is a significant amount of agile content added in PMBOK edition 6, right? So agile has taken a, I won't say center stage of sorts, but it has definitely gotten a lot more importance in PMBOK edition 6. So a lot of agile content is added in PMBOK edition 6, which is totally missing in PMBOK 5, which is totally, it means that it is totally missing in your Rita Mulcahy 8th edition. So you need 9th edition. So number 1 thing that I mentioned was that you are missing certain content in Rita Mulcahy's 8th edition. Number 2 thing is that although you know what you're missing, just merely knowing what you're missing isn't enough. You need to read the content that is missing, right? So you need to study it. And we know what the changes are in terms of PGKA mapping, in terms of agile, but there are certain new industry trends as well which have been incorporated in the new book. So that's another thing that you would miss. And my last and the third and final point that I have is that practice questions is what you miss if you don't have Rita Mulcahy's 9th edition, right? So let's say you have Rita Mulcahy's 8th edition, right? You can read everything in it. It is based on PMBOK 5. Then you know what are the difference between 5 and 6, the differential, and you try to read that, you try to study that from, let's say, other sources, but you are still missing out on the practice questions for PMBOK 6, right? So the practice questions that you have in Rita Mulcahy's 8th edition is based on 5 PMBOK 5. You don't have any practice questions related to PMBOK 6. So if you need those practice questions, and trust me, you definitely need them, then of course you need Rita Mulcahy's 9th edition. So that's my 3 reasons why you should have Rita Mulcahy's 9th edition, even if you have the 8th edition. It's good. A lot of things might be same, a lot of things might be similar, but just because of the new content that has been added, you definitely need Rita Mulcahy's 9th edition. Now, a lot of people also have this question of if I have the PMBOK, do I need Rita Mulcahy? So again, that's a personal choice. I won't really comment on that much. But what I like to say is that PMBOK guide, right? It provides the detail of the framework, right? It talks about the project management framework. It provides a lot of details of the framework, and it provides a lot of best practices, right? It is very verbose. It has a lot of theory, and it provides you all the details of the project management framework, the best practices, the global project management, industry trends, and whatnot. It provides all of that. PMBOK guide does all that. If you think that is enough for you to clear your PMP exam, by all means, you don't need any other book, right? But what is Rita Mulcahy? Rita Mulcahy is a book which is written intentionally for someone to read it and clear the PMP exam, right? I never said PMBOK guide is written so that someone can read it and clear the PMP exam. That's the difference between PMBOK and Rita Mulcahy, right? PMBOK talks a lot of things about project management, a lot of best practices, industry trends, global practices, project management framework, this and that. It talks about all of that. But is that a book which is written so that the reader can read and clear the PMP exam? I'm afraid not. Rita Mulcahy is the book which is written specifically from the point of view that a reader should read it and clear the PMP exam. So that's the difference between PMBOK and Rita Mulcahy. If you are good in clearing your PMP exam just by reading the PMBOK guide, by all means, you don't need Rita Mulcahy at all. If you want something that is written specifically from PMP exam perspective, specifically from the point of view that a reader who reads this is able to clear the PMP exam, then go ahead, grab yourself Rita Mulcahy. Like I said, even if you have the 8th edition, it is good for you to have the 9th edition. It is a book which is written with the focus of having the reader clear the PMP exam. So that is all that I had in this video. Hope you liked it. Hope I was able to answer the question. I gave you the 3 reasons why you still need Rita Mulcahy's 9th edition, even if you have the 8th edition. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Check us out on our social media, facebook.com/PMC Lounge and twitter.com/PMC Lounge. And as always, don't forget to check out the website pmclounge.com, your #1 free resource of PMP certification and other project management certifications, as well as project management industry information. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a note to admin@pmclounge.com or comment on any of our videos and I'll definitely respond. If the question is really good and is going to help a lot of other folks, I'll make a video on it just like this one. Thanks and have a nice day. Bye-bye.